Maybe try and live a Pobelta, snags a kill. Now they've won it up. He's going to go down. Michael swoop back in with her on to Adrian. The knockup again to channel through. The tide is in. That's going to be one. That should be a second. I'll take that line.
Hey guys, Parks Owsley here, joined by Xmithie. Congratulations. We talked earlier in the season about how you guys had a high ceiling. Definitely proved that today. Doublelift with 0 deaths. You obviously clutch Baron steals, performing very well. What's your initial reaction to the 3-0 today?
I guess I think outside like the people who played the game, like people said it's like a stomp or something, or it's really fast, but it was actually pretty hard for us. We made a lot of mistakes early game, and then that made us like even harder. And then they actually had a lot of gold leads, but like we just listened to like pretty much like one call, and like we tried to just outsmart them, and it worked pretty well for us.
And you mentioned you kind of performed a little bit weaker in the early game, which makes it even more impressive that you were then able to actually secure all three games. You even took your first win after a 20-minute deficit. I don't know if you heard that. So that's really cool to see you kind of step up big in the playoffs. Did you expect having a 3-0 win when you woke up this morning?
I think scrims just went really well for us like this week. Like it was like we were winning the same time, or like the same how many times we played in scrims, but like just the things that we learned in scrims, like it just kept getting better for us, and then we just didn't do much mistakes in scrims, and then I think in the games today, like it showed that like our mid game to late game is like still pretty good, but we just need to work on to do less mistakes early game.
So you obviously played very well. Doublelift with the MVP, you played very well. What are some of the like individual things that you feel like your team did just to allow you to have such a good performance?
I think our coaching staff actually did like a really good, like we actually talked hours and hours just for like drafting. We always stayed up to like 12 or 1 last night, just like what's the best draft for us, like what's our worst condition, and then we played, like we had like really strong laners, like we had lanes to play off of, and then we just built leads through there, and then like we had really good scaling also, so it's just pretty good for us.
Awesome, that's great.
Yeah.
Best of luck continuing with that.
Thank you.
So this thing gets thrown out.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'll just mute this.
Playoff buff is a term that gets thrown out for people that really seem to step up. And that's something that people talked a lot about for Impact, especially as the games were going. And he had 5 bans against him multiple times and still was able to pull things off and be really strong for your team. What is it about playoffs that kind of enables you guys to do a little better?
I think the playoff buff is kind of overrated actually. Like I think there's just teams that are better in a best of 5 setting and a best of 1. Especially like maybe 100 Thieves or Echo Fox is like gonna be much worse or even much better. Like if I was like, who knows? So like for us, it's like we're all seasoned veterans. We played a lot of games, like hundreds of games in competitive play, and we just knew how to keep our mental fortitude in check and just not tilt and play through our win condition.
Awesome. And well, you've proven that you are pretty good at the best of 5. What do you think about your matchup going into next week against 100 Thieves?
So I guess if TSM wins, it's 100 Thieves, and if I think TSM loses, it's Echo Fox.
Oh, that would be...
Yeah. So it's like but I think TSM is gonna win, I think, because like they always do really well at the end of the split. So if we're against 100 Thieves, I feel like they have like the same concept like what I did when I was in Immortals. Like they usually just follow Zach and like try to play through him or try to play through his calls, and I feel like I had like the same vibe when I played in Immortals. So usually I think we have better laners overall, like from like all lanes, and I think I can play off through that rather than like for them like playing through bot lane.
So maybe using some of your knowledge from the past, playing through your team and taking advantage of both of those. Awesome. All right, so you are guaranteed to go to Miami, no matter if you win or lose next week. Have you ever been there?
I've been to Orlando, Tampa. I don't think I've been to Miami before, so yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Other than just the trip out there, what are you most looking forward to in the rest of the playoffs?
Hopefully, like I think it's a really big win for us for next week, and then like we still want to win like the whole NLCS.
Of course.
And yeah, obviously we don't want to fight for like 3rd or 4th place. It's like that's like the trap for 4th place, you know. Yeah.
Sure is. Lastly, before we go, your parents have been here, obviously supporting you all season.
Yeah.
How big is that for you, and how big is that for your team?
I try to separate like what I feel outside the game and like in the game. So when I play, like nothing really affects me like outside the game, and so like just to keep like the mental fortitude in check, or like just with willpower, just like breeze through it. So like I like it after the game when like they're still there and they supported me. Like they weren't supported when I was supported before until like like when we started playing in LCS. But yeah, it's pretty nice.
Awesome. Well, it's cool to see him out here all the time.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Best of luck going forward. I look forward to seeing you in Miami, seeing you back here next week. So best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Maybe try and live a Pobelta snags a kill. Now then, he's gonna